Okay, so here's question number 25, the last one on the practice exam. This is a kind of a challenging one. So Halloween morning, Adam's family put their bowl of candy on the kitchen table, getting it ready to give out to all their trick-or-treaters that night. But here comes the stuff that happened. Dad came by and took 1/3 of the candies from the bowl. And after Dad left, John found the candy bowl and took 1/4 of the candies that remained. A while later, Emma took 1/5 of the remaining candy. And last of all, Abby found the bowl and took 1/6 of the candy that was left in the bowl. When they were all done, Mom was shocked to find the bowl having only 20 candies left. How many candies were originally in the bowl? So, this is a tricky question. How are we going to do it? What strategy should we use? We could do some fancy stuff with X's, like algebra equations, and that's fine. If you're really good with algebra equations, you could try it that way. But I think this would be pretty hard to do that way. And not only that, not all children know algebra. So if you want to be able to teach this problem, this kind of problem, to young folks, I've got another method. I'm going to do it again by guess and check. So I'm going to guess candy at the start. How much candy was in there at the start? And I have no idea, so I'm going to guess at 100. And then I'm going to go through the different people and what they did. First off, Dad took 1/3. Dad takes 1/3. So what's 1/3 of 100? If you divide 100 by 3 on your calculator, you'll get 33 and something, some decimals. Don't worry about the decimals. Just round it off the best you can, 33. That's what Dad took. Yeah, I should have written that better. Let me try that again. Dad took 1/3. So 100 divided by 3, Dad took 33. And what's left after Dad is done? Let me squeeze this in a little bit better. What's left after Dad is done? Well, if you subtract 100 minus 33, you'll get 67 left. Next comes, who's next? John. He took 1/4 of the remains. So John takes 1/4. If you divide 67 by 4 on your calculator, again, you get a decimal, 16.75. I'll just round it to 17. What's left after John, if you subtract that, there'll be 50 left. Subtract that, right? There'll be 50 left. Who comes after John? Emma took 1/5. Emma takes 1/5. So divide by 5, and that'll be, 10. And what's left after Emma's done? Subtract that. 40 are left. Last of all, we've got Abby. Abby took 1/6. So 40 divided by 6, that's not going to be clean. I'll round it to 7. Subtract. What's left after Abby's done? 33. What should it be? Really, there's only 20 left, it says. 20 left at the end after the 4 people took the candy. So this is too high, right? 33 is too high. There's too many left. There's only supposed to be 20 left at the end. So this is too high. So I should go again and go lower, shouldn't I? That's too high. So let me start it again, and this time go with like 50. I'll go lower because it came out too high in the end. So, okay, let's do Dad. So if there was 50 to begin with, then 50 divided by 3, what would that be? Dad took, it rounds to like 17. Subtract that, 50 minus 17, what's that leave? 33. And then John John took a fourth, so 33 divided by 4. He took, I'll round it to 8. That leaves, what, 25. And then Emma took a fifth divided by 5. She took 5. Subtract that, that leaves 20. Abby took a 6. If you take 20 divided by 6, you get 3. Abby took 3. That leaves 17. How many are supposed to be left? 20. This came out too low. So now we know the answer. I need to start somewhere between 50 and 100, because when I started with 100, the answer came out 33 were left in the end, which is too high. It's supposed to be 20. When I started with 50, there were only 17 left in the end, which is too low. It's supposed to be 20. Looks like it's closer to 50 than 60. How about I do 100 than 50. How about I do like 64? If I do 64, Dad took a third, so 64 divided by 3. What's that going to be? 21. I'm just guessing 21, right? So I had to round it, and then subtract 64 minus 21 to see what's left in the bowl after Dad takes a third. That leaves 43. Next, John takes a fourth. Divide that by 4. He takes about 11. I had to round it, leaving how much? What's that? 32 left. And then Emma takes a fifth. Divide by 5. She takes about 6. I had to round it. That leaves, what's that, 26? Yeah. And then Abby takes a sixth. That's Abby takes about 4. That leaves 22. That's too high. Right? It's supposed to be 20 left in the end. That leaves 22. That's too high. So 64 came out too high. 50 came out too low. So it's between 50 and 64. So let me try 60. So, okay, 60. Dad took a third. That would be 20. And then subtract 60 minus 20. That leaves 40. And then John takes a fourth. That would be 10. That leaves 30. Then Emma takes a fifth. That would be 6 and leaves 24. And then Abby takes a sixth of those. 24 divided by 6 is 4. Leaves 20. Perfect. There it is. So what did the bowl? Not the bows. But the bowl started with 60. Right there. The bowl started with 60. So that's how we get it, by guess and check. You just keep guessing and working it out. If it comes out too high, you go lower. If it comes out too low, you go higher. If it comes out too high, I went a little bit lower. Boom, I hit it. You just nail in on it that way.